Ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Line 20.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Check nine.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This one caught by Isabella. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Rams' 27-yard line.
58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Go. Watch the twist. 58.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Johnson. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Cardinals, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Woo-hoo. Check 37. Check 37. Hey. 24. Check 24. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Man, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Wait. Kill. Turn up. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Now, motion.
A 4th-round pick in 2018, Chase Edmonds with a carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And they're on the 24-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
14. 14.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Here's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Rams.
Cut. 180. DC.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Gurley again here on first down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
180.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sua Cravens coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Clay Matthews has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Johnson's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he'll find Hall. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
What we got? We got it.
On the toss, it's Gurley. He's got room to run past the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tonight, 180.
Number 53. Mike 53.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
2 yards and the pickup.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Cut. 20. DC.
On 1st down, Goff. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And now here's a carry heading left. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He's going to go for it all. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Shifts by him, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We own it. We own it. Hey, watch that.
A final shot before half from Murray. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
58's the mic. Go. 58's the mic. Stay with your man.
Murray now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check 50. Check 50.
Murray now on 1st down. That ball complete to Isabella. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
54, right there, 54 Mike.
On third down, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go, go, go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and inches, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And the catch made by Johnson. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Rams' 46-yard line.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete to Isabella. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Interception on deck, baby.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. This is caught. It's Cooks. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Goff on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
3rd and long. It's gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chandler Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Johnny Hecker now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 41, Murray going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage. And then
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is gone. And Woods has it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Check. Hey, alert 3.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, open man, Butler complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw it, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Trot! Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Check three.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal. Murray going to throw. And it is incomplete. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign.